We manage our data on the analysis services server as databases. So let's take a look at the general development process that we use to develop these databases. First, we start by designing a dimensional model. We either use an existing dimensional model that we already have in a data mart or data warehouse, or we define the tables or views that we want to use as sources, set up logical primary keys, and define relationships to produce a structure that's very similar to a dimensional model that we would instantiate in the relational database. Once the dimensional model is in place, we then work through the development of the dimension objects. Then we develop the cubes for the database. And this is often an iterative process where we might go back and add more dimensions and come back and do more development work on the cubes. Eventually, we'll add calculations to the cubes, which is how we store the business logic into the cubes for data that's not available in the raw data. And again, we could still go back and do work on dimensions and cubes to fine-tune these objects. After we've done development work, we deploy the database to the server and process objects to load them with data. It's not necessary to wait until we've completed each step in the development process until we deploy. It's very common to develop a dimension and then deploy it so that we can see the results and then go back and modify the dimension and deploy it again, continuing until we get it right and then moving on to the development of the next dimension, deploying it, and so on. With analysis services, we cannot check the results of our work until we deploy it to the server.